Hello and welcome. This is me, Lobster Guy, teaching you how to do Nefarian ads in the last phase. So as you can see, the UI that I play with is a bit of a shit show. That is because I normally raid lead. You can ignore like everything on the sides. Just focus on what's happening here in the middle. So I got out of the phase with a cinder, so I kind of just ran it out of the way. And this pull that we killed this on is actually going to be quite bad for teaching because the fire bugged out. But this is the important thing that you need to be paying attention to in this phase. As you can see here, there is a bar in the middle of my screen that says next spark 2.8 seconds. This is coming from Foji. So if you have the Foji WeakAura, you have the anchors, you have everything set up, then you're going to see this properly, and it's going to make this phase a hell of a lot easier for you. So the first spark is coming. The spark, I should probably talk about that. The spark is always cast at the ads, and then the fire will start creeping after the ads to essentially resurrect them. So the first spark is coming out now, and it flies from Nefarian's head. So depending on how far away the ads currently are from Nefarian's head, that will affect how long it takes for them to reach you. As you can see, this spark fucked up a little bit. It only hit 3 ads, or maybe 4 ads. It hit a couple more. It hit about 5 ads total. And then the fire over there despawned for some reason. You can see now in the top left, the fire is just gone. It's not there anymore. That is a bug. That's not supposed to happen. So all of these ads should be alive right now, but we only got about half of them. This isn't going to change how you deal with this, but it is going to show you how to deal with ads getting split, which is honestly the biggest issue that you'll run into on this fight. So we do our stuff, we pick up the ads, and we realize that the fire is despawned and it's all bugging out, so we tanked the ads on top of the old ads to make sure that the fire comes to the right place. Next spark is coming, we see it go. Now, we're moving away because we don't want the ads that we already had to refresh. Very important on this fight that you don't use any slows or any random stuns if you don't know what's going on. So if you're playing, for example, a paladin or a druid, you need to make sure that if you are spec'd into your slow, you're ready to spec out of that, or have an additional spec that doesn't have it. And now in the very top, you see the crackle bar is going off. It's not going to be super relevant right now at this moment, but this crackle is the thing that's going to kill you every time in this phase. So, the ads have survived. I believe, shockwave them here in a sec, maybe? No. We pick everything up. So now that all the ads are alive, we are 2 tanks dealing with the ads. We have about half of them on me, half of them on the other guy. You can see the energy of the original pack is about 20 to 30, and the new guys that just spawned is about 86. So we're making sure we get them away from the fire. We don't want to rekindle anything, but we do want the old ads to die as close to the old fire as possible. So we put them here, and because, if I go back a little bit, because I saw that the crackle is coming, and I saw that the guy randomly pain supped me, I didn't use anything. You look here under this annoying shattering throat icon that I've since deleted, there is a pain sup that I have on me. So that's why I didn't use anything here. Otherwise, I would have used my shield. I used that after the fact, because we now have a couple of ads that are quite high energy, about to reach the end of their life. I shockwave them just before the spark animation comes out, and then we move. The old ads are now dead over here. So the ads that spawned up first are dead. So what that means is that at the beginning of the phase, it's going to be 2 fires in between each ad wave dying. So now we're pulling the new ones that just spawned up out of the way, and the old ones get reanimated. And now we're in a pretty good position. So on that one, I believe I was supposed to be getting Nanka's Guardian, and that's like my only cooldown. That's why my health spikes like this. But it's generally okay, because if I did die, then the Guardian would have saved me anyway. And I think actually the Guardian did rock there. Maybe someone just had a huge heal on me. Anyway, we're now in basically staying alive phase. We need to be tanking the ads as close to the fire as possible while not dragging the ads too fast. And also making sure that they don't randomly get hit by the spark. So I see the spark is coming, we move the ads. We have one ad left over there, which is going to get reanimated by that fire. You see one ad, if you look next to the minimap, is dead over here. This is going to get reanimated during the fight later on. And it's just going to run over and catch up with us. Meanwhile, we have a set of ads here that are about to die, so we let them all die here behind the pillar. And then we move once everything has died. This ad is now reanimated and coming. The spark is coming, so we move. And they're all back to life. So we're actually doing really well right now. We have half the ads dying at one time and the other half dying at the other time. This is actually causing us to take a lot less damage than we would doing this fight normally, but it's also a lot riskier, because if we fuck this up, we take a shit ton of damage. So we're doing a pretty good job of keeping the ads very close to the previous fire, so that we're not moving too far and using too much of the room. If you look at the minimap up here, we started at about the west side, and we're just reaching the halfway point now. Here we have some more ads dying. We see the spark coming, so we move the fresh ones out of the way, and the old ones get hit by the fire. So now, a lot of the ads are basically the same, and as you can tell, these sparks are now coming a lot faster. At the start of the phase, it's about 20 to 30 seconds between the sparks, and towards the end, it's going to be like every 5 seconds. So you need to, you can use stuns fairly safely at the start of the phase, but after about this point, stunning becomes incredibly dangerous. Also at this point, the raid has bloodlusted, which means that the crackles are coming in a lot faster than they used to. So you need to be paying attention to the cooldown list that is happening here. As we can see, we have a pain sup, a GS, 2 sacks, and then another pain sup, and then a last pain sup. However, we can see that this is not going to happen, because this is about what I realized at this point. This priest has already ripped their paints up randomly, and that means that we're going to be in big danger for this next one. So I tell my co-tank at this point that we need to 50% the next one. So there you go. I popped shield wall, used my 50%, we move for the spark. The crackle is coming, shield wall is covering it, everything is fine, and you see the next spark is coming almost immediately after the first one. So at this point, you're moving pretty fast through the arena. Another spark coming almost immediately, we move again. And then I believe it should be 1 or 2 more sparks, and then we should be having the ads die. So I shockwave them there. And this was basically a little bit of a gamble. I shouldn't have shockwaved there, but it ended up working out. Every ad except for 2 reset. Then I get the paints up, and then the DPS are on the home stretch to kill the boss. We have another spark coming, we move again. You notice that I'm moving at the end of the spark timer and not before. I should be pressing shield block here, not sure why I'm holding it. Mistake. There you go. There's shield block. And now those ads have reset and they're coming for us, and these ads have no chance in hell of getting reset. And yeah, that is basically the whole phase. The TLDR is stay together, make sure you always have a cooldown for every crackle. Only use stuns in like the first 2 waves, and even then only use it if you know for sure it's safe. You're probably better off not stunning at all. And every single time you see the Shadow Spark flame coming, or whatever it's called, you wait for the bar to end and then you full run. Like, you gotta strafe away. There's no backpedaling, there's no walking slowly. You gotta move. That is like the whole phase. There's nothing else going on. So good luck.